Jewell, we got a question for you on Facebook, Mom.
Hey, this is Mocha again. We have a question from Quentin Watts. He said, you spoke on death row's handling of copyrights, putting people's name on projects they didn't work on. So what do you think about Daz's multi-million-dollar settlement from him doing beats and not being credited? And the second part to it is, do you think your check should be in the mail?
Yeah, that was going on. Dad was doing beats and he wasn't, getting credited, or he would do a beat and somebody will add to the beat and then they'll say it was their beat. It's wrong. Either way you look at it, it's wrong. But a lot of times when you're in Dad's position and you're a young producer and you're good and you're working with a Dr. Dre, you don't think that this person is gonna take away from me. You think they're gonna add to you. So it was a hurtful thing for him because you trust these people that you work with, that you've been with for the longest, so you're looking at them like family. Unfortunately, family and business a lot of times don't mix. So you really have to handle your business. And this is what the book, My Blood, My Sweat, and My Tears, it talks about. Handling your business. It's okay if you can be friends, fine. But at the end of the day, whatever's in black and white, that's what's going to stand up in court. Now, the flip side of that is if you have somebody like a Suge Knight, you can have stuff in black and white, and it don't mean diddly squat. If people are fearing him and they're afraid to help you. And Death Row, they lied and never sell my publisher. I would never sell my publisher. I understood what publishing was. You could eat off publishing. A lot of these singers, they sing, but they don't write. The money is in the writing. The money is in the writing.
You actually wrote and arranged all the hooks on those Death Row hits you on, right?
Of course I did. Because if you look at the records, since I've not been on them, they don't even sound the same. They don't have that the entity of where's Jewell. I mean, some of them are good records, don't get me wrong, but it's missing something. It's missing me. So I'm gonna get the industry what they've been missing. A little bit more of me.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Champ. Champ got a question for you, Mom.
Okay.
Hey, this Champ, last question from me. In terms of hip hop right now, do you see any other female vocalists being capable of doing what you're trying to do, bringing something different to the game, creating their own lane like you did, or is it just all hope is lost?
Good question.
No, I wouldn't say all hope is lost because I like what Beyonce did. She came and she made it her own. Kelly Rowland really surprised me with this last album and piece that she came with. Jasmine Sullivan was another one that, did a good contribution to the game. So hope is not lost. It's just that we have to get back to real music songs on the CD. That's why people are saying they're not paying the artists for their music because they're not giving them enough music. You're giving them one or two songs and they'll just regular pay 99 cents or $1.99 or whatever for those two songs and not get the whole album. So let's give people what they need. They used to buy an album with at least 10 cuts on their album. And it's not a lot of that out there right now. I'm going to change that.
So you're trying to bring it back to quality over quantity.
Yeah, I changed it with My Blood, My Sweat, My Tears soundtrack. I promise you. And I'm not just saying this to get people to buy this CD. It is an old school Dr. Dre type of Chronic album feel when we did this album. My brother Russ was like, look, you've been gone for a long while, so you want to give the people what they need. And they need real music. They need real topics. They need real hooks. A lot of us listen to the music from the 80s and the 90s because it's new music. It has no substance. Well, I'm going to give you the substance back.
We're going to hold you to that, Jewell.
You can hold me to it.
Jewell live on the Slim Show, exclusive interview. Mocha got one more question for you, Jewell. Then we're going to go ahead and let you say what you got to say. I know you got some shout-outs you want to put out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jules. This is Mocha again. Okay, so I know you got the book and you got the CD. What other projects can we look for from you?
Well, there was an album that was in the vault when the new people from Wide Awake brought Death Row, and they're planning on dropping that album. I'm not sure if it's going to be a self-titled album called Jewell or if they're going to give me a chance to name the album or not. But it's going to reflect songs that I did with Demetrius Shipp, a.k.a. Meech. And he and we put together a project. Now, Suge was supposed to pay us for the project, but he never did because, of course,
damn, Suge.
The project never came out. So it was almost like a waste of our time, but the records, they still speak for themselves. A lot of it at Meech's studio, and we just came to Can-Am and on the reels and transferred a lot of stuff over. So that was our baby. You know, it was called Black Diamond, which Angie Stone ended up naming her album Black Diamond shortly after I went on TV and talked about my album. But that was our baby. And it talked about topics that people, or I would say R&B singers, they weren't really talking about. Like, there was one song on there called Oh No Daddy, and it talks about a little girl being raped by her father. So it was like, the way I put it, you was bobbing your head to the song, and you're like, wait a minute, rewind it. Did she just say what I thought she said, and she shot him? And, you know, so it was like different topics that I wanted to get out that people were afraid to really put. And then I grew up in the church, so we had to wear dresses every day, and people used to tease me. Right. So I turned that into a song. It's called Church Girls, Sad World. So it's like a lot of topics. The songs right now, if you release them to this day, people would get some enjoyment out of them because whenever I put myself on a track, I put everything that I have inside, my heart, my soul, into that track. And I want to make people feel good and forget about their problems, because that's what happens to me when I open my mouth and get behind that mic. So it translates through my music.
Absolutely. Jewell live on the Slim Show, exclusive interview. Jewell, sing something for us before we get out of here, and just go ahead and say what you got to say as far as your shout out. But I want you to definitely close us out with a little bit of that old folk vocal.
I'm going to give a shout out to Big Russ and my Best Hand family. Secondly, in the book, I talk about some domestic violence issues that I was involved in. I also support the Hope and Dreams Foundation. The founder is Arja Langdon. And for donations, you can go to www.hadfound.org. And it's to stop the cycle of abuse against women. I also want to give an extra special thanks to Scott C. Shepard and 2SPR Marketing and Melissa Talbot and Miles Dixon. And I would just like to say, what would you do if you could fuck with a girl child? What would you do? Would you get caught with your pants down?
Jewell, Slim Show, thank you, baby. We appreciate you.
Baby.
Now listen, when you drop that book, all right, and when we read about all the shit you talked about in there, we're gonna have you back to break that down for us, all right?
Not a problem.